On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
40 or 1950, that the same amount of women as 2022 were able to find happiness and fulfillment without a husband. That's what I was answering. Like, yes, I think more women now find happiness.
That women now are finding I don't think.
I mean, none of us
are,
but I'm just saying. Based on
think that women now are finding happiness and fulfillment. I think that they're replacing. All they're doing is replacing a situation with being busy. But I don't think that necessarily translates into happiness and fulfillment. So to answer your question, I do not think that more women today are finding happiness and fulfillment than they were in 1940. I think that people take pride in having people around them. I think that, to speak to Rilla's point, legacy is, for a lot of women, like, they take pride in their family, they take pride in their kids, they take pride in saying, that's my grandbaby. People look forward to being grandparents.
When I see women come into my store now, I look at their hand and I count how many of them have something on their wedding finger. And it is insane to see because I'm wondering, I'm saying that because I'm wondering, for what you're saying, is that something that's just in our community? Is that something just relegated to Black women? That ideology.
Wait a minute, you saying it's insane as it relates to what? How many are married or not married?
No, the number of women that come in married. There's a whole, like, I'm deep in the suburbs, right? I'm deep in the south suburbs of Chicago. So I'm the only person. No, it's two of me in my store that look like me, right? And the amount of women, there's a whole routine, man. The husbands go to work, they drop the kids off to school, they go to the gym, and they come to get whatever they coming to get for me, because I don't want to, dox myself.
You're giving out away a lot of information.
I know, but they come to get whatever they come to get from me, right? And
really, you made that sound so like,
I don't care. But here's the point that I'm making. I started looking at their hand, and I look at how many of those women are actually with something on their finger, and it's insane. It's crazy to me, the number of women that I look at throughout the entire day, and look at how many of them have something on their finger. If I had to guess, I know you hate when we don't have statistics to back it up, Kay. So this is just,
I'm fine with you saying if I had to guess.
This is just my anecdotal. If I had to guess, it's well over 65 to 70% of the women that I look at that are of marrying age that have a ring on their finger.
Okay, and I can agree with that. I mean, I get that. I'm just looking at the question like, are more.
No, I got you.
When it's more, I'm not thinking like are most. I'm thinking are more than like before. You know what I'm saying?
I'm asking, but my question to you was, I'm sorry, Kay. My question to you was, do you think, like what you described, do you think that's relegated to our community, or do you think women across the board? So do you think that's relegated to Black women at large, or do you think women across the board, regardless of ethnicity or racial identity, are finding more happiness and fulfillment without a husband?
I think that people, are marrying older than they were in the past. Therefore, this is like, these types of things are where I'm getting my thoughts about this from. People are waiting longer to become married. Women have more options in terms of just things, like, let me not say options, more opportunities for things that they can do as single women, so that's why I'm saying there are more than there were before. I'm not saying it's the majority. I'm not saying that most women, find happiness without a husband. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that more than the past, because there are more opportunities for women, and there are more women waiting longer. So, that's where I'm getting that thought process.
I disagree. Even though women have options, at the end of the day, they still want to be married. I feel they might prioritize. No, I know, but I'm just speaking on my point regarding the question.
What do you disagree with?
I'm disagreeing on what you said. You see more women. It's my perspective. On my perspective, I don't come across that. Like, what I might, if we hear this, she's probably just came out of a divorce. She might be going through it. She might be going through her feelings and might say this. But at the end of the day, who wants to live alone with some cats? Like, you can turn to women or men, like whatever rocks your boat. But I feel like your happiness comes with yourself. You can still love yourself and be married. But no, I don't think nobody's going into it coming out of 20. Oh, I want to be alone. I don't want to be married. I don't want to find someone. Or if they don't want to be married, I don't want to find a significant other. Like, you can still have those options, still have those jobs or whatever, but it's priority. End of the day, they still want to be. Usually women find their fulfillment in getting married. Their happiness is from being married usually. So I don't see these women, oh, just got a divorce, oh, I'm glad I'm not married anymore. If they're saying that, down the line, they're probably going to be married sooner or later. They just got out of a bitter divorce, or they're going through something. So at the end of the day, they might say this now, but that lady that had the article, she might find another man. Just like Kim K, she hopped to another man. So she might got out of divorce, but guess what? She's with another man. That doesn't.
I was going to say
that doesn't mean she's not going to get divorced.
it's such bad advice.
Yeah.
You sitting here listening to Kim K. You sitting here listening. These chicks are sitting here listening to Kim Kardashian, and she ain't been by herself the entire time. The whole time she's switching off, and she talking about I choose me, but she choose her with somebody else every single time, bro. Like, she has not been by herself, and so it's such a bad faith article and saying that, because it's not a real. Listen, we are human, men and women, especially women. We are social. We are when we get by ourselves for too long, we go crazy. Literally, you're gonna get you a Wilson ball, like like Tom Hanks. Like Tom Hanks when he was by himself. We go crazy when we by ourselves. It's the reason why they call it the hole. Like, when you isolated by yourself, you literally start to go crazy. We are not meant to be by ourselves, and it's always better. Now, nobody is saying it for you to get into a trash situation. I understand if somebody went through a bad marriage or something like that, but at the same time, we are meant to be with other people, and we are better together than we are apart. So when I see people say stuff like that, I know that, like Q said, a lot of times they may just be just getting out of something or whatever like that. But when you sit at home and you by yourself, most of these chicks, they don't want that. They don't want to be by themselves.
Exactly.
So I mean, that's why I was like, what do you disagree with? Because I agree that most people do want to be paired with another person. That wasn't my argument. So let me ask you, Q, and Anton, I guess. Do you all think, because this is the question I was answering, do you think that in 1940 or 1950, that the same amount of women as 2022 were able to find happiness and fulfillment without a husband? That's what I was answering. Like, yes, I think more women now find happiness.
That women now
I don't think.
I mean, none of us
finding
were, but
happiness and fulfillment.
I'm just saying, based
I don't
on
think that women now are finding happiness and fulfillment. I think that they're replacing. All they're doing is replacing a situation with being busy. But I don't think that necessarily translates into happiness and fulfillment. So to answer your question, I do not think that more women today are finding happiness and fulfillment than they were in 1940. I think that people take pride in having people around them. I think that, to speak to Rilla's point, legacy is, for a lot of women, like, they take pride in their family, they take pride in their kids, they take pride in saying, that's my grandbaby. People look forward to being grandparents.